Caring for our mental health is so important, and this year MTV will take part in the fourth annual Mental Health Action Day on May 16th. We have Rachel Terrell, Senior Director of Social Impact at MTV. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me.
So, just like we brush our teeth and bathe, taking care of our mental health is something that we should do on a daily basis.
Absolutely. And that is why we created this day today. It's our fourth annual Mental Health Action Day. Over 2,300 partners around the world are joining us to participate. And we spearheaded this day to really encourage people to move away from just awareness to taking action for yourself and for others.
This year's call to action is 1 hour of social connection. Tell us a little bit about what that looks like.
Yeah, it can look so many different ways. We really encourage you to check in with yourself and figure out what you need. But that could be texting a friend, could be taking a walk. It could be going to an event, a local event in your area for Mental Health Action Day. It can also be checking out our Ask Digital YouTube. It's an interactive YouTube where you can learn how to support a friend.
Not everybody knows, there's not a checklist, like you said, everybody is different when it comes to mental health and what you might need. Some people might be so deep into something, some people might have something temporary, but talk a little bit about the awareness of just checking in on your mental health, at least once a day.
Yeah, so that is exactly why we created ASK, which stands for Acknowledge, Support, and Keep in Touch. We partnered with Active Minds, a mental health nonprofit, to develop what we think of as the stop, drop, and roll of supporting a friend. And it's really about, as you said, checking in. And so what we designed was this interactive YouTube where you can practice and learn how to do that. What we realized, we did research that showed that young people want to help each other, but nearly 70% do not feel. And so we knew that that was a gap that we wanted to close.
I mean, even this is going a little bit off topic, but we just celebrated Mother's Day, and a lot of people, hey, let's spend time with mom, let's go and have lunch, let's spend the day together and do something. But think about maybe if you feel like you're in a good place, maybe check in on some of those family members that you don't get to see that often, or a friend that, you were close to at one point, but don't get to see that often. Maybe check in on them, and maybe not just looking out for yourself, but also those around you as well, too. I think that's so important.
Absolutely. I think, we've seen the studies show that even a simple text message or a voice memo or a meme, can brighten someone's day and can really show that you're thinking about them. And that's what we mean by when we say keep in touch. It's making a plan to see someone or just checking in regularly, however that works for you.
Let's talk a little bit about not just May 16th, but maybe some things that people can do after that day of making sure that they're keeping that social interaction, make sure that they're doing that ASK, to make sure that it's not just one day of mental action or mental health action, but that they're continuing to take this practice with them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say that visiting asktohelp.com to check out the Ask Digital experience is a great way to continue your mental health action taking so that you can learn how to support a friend, better support a friend. There's something in there for everyone to learn, and it's really a way that you can continue to practice mental health action throughout the year.
There's also going to be a ton of events taking place across the country. Tell me a little bit about those.
Yeah, absolutely. We're so thrilled. We always love seeing all the different events pop up across the country. I know that in Chicago, we have Gabriel's Light doing a wonderful day of action with young people. And, I think the fun thing about Mental Health Action Day is it looks different for everyone. And so we're always thrilled to see all the different events.
Yeah, and this is also not an important thing for just people to look at for themselves, but maybe for parents to watch for their kids, especially as we're going into summer.
Yes, absolutely. As a parent or as a friend, grandparent, acknowledge is such a big part of ask. Acknowledge really means checking in on someone and seeing, are they acting different? Is something going on? Maybe things are going great and you still want to check in and see how they're doing. Mental health is a spectrum. And so we really want to make sure that we're checking in and noticing each other's feelings, daily.
This is the fourth year that this has taken place. What have you noticed as far as the years go by? people who are either coming back or want to participate more or volunteer? I mean, tell me a little bit of how you've seen this, the impact of this day.
Yes, absolutely. So we started this in 2020. Our partners have just grown and grown. A lot of the partners that participated in that first year are still participating. And really what that shows us is there's such a need for this. And really, it can be a very unique experience. It doesn't have to look the same everywhere. We've had dance parties, hockey games, we've had ice cream socials, so it's really just about checking in with yourself and your community and taking action on what you need.
Wonderful. Well, thank you so much for your time today. Mentalhealthactionday.org is where you go ahead and find more information. And thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you.